Hei hello, se on Mystery Master täällä taas. Viime videossa käytiin Las Vegasissa, tuotiin Poseidon kotiin. Ja nyt Varvella ja Beettalla menetään asiaa. Joten lähdetään katsomaan, mitä asiaa meille on. Samoin näillä on meille jotain asiaa. Voidaan puhua myöhemmin. Ei ihmeellistä. Oliko täällä nyt jotain uutta?
Looks like some of the holograms are working now.
I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
Okei. Se on ehkä ihan hyvä.
The door's unlocked now. There's a lot of equipment in here. Gaia,
Mikä tila tää?
what was all this for?
This room was designed for management of the facility's vast seed banks. From here, control center operatives would have monitored new crop
Tietokoneruutu on vähän
rotations
kärsin.
into the automated farm
En ehkä
now
käytä.
known as Plainsong.
I see.
Tuossa on penkki. Ja penkki. Ja penkki, ja penkki, ja penkki. Ei, tosta mennään tonne. Nyt lähdetään alas.
I don't think that door had power before, but
Ei, katso, me päästään tänne.
looks like it's malfunctioning. Looks like some kind of maintenance space.
Maintenance space. Mikä? Oh! Kansaa. Unohdin, että tästä sellaista ilmaista näppäimistä
I wonder where this leads.
mennään eteenpäin. Joo, jos Römi jossain... Oh. Jimri-kanavissa vaan... Huvipuksi. Hetki. Näitä on kaksi. Missä täällä on muka toinen? Vai?
That did it.
Aloy? A bunch of lights just turned on up here? Was that you?
Oh. Huh. Yeah, I guess it was.
Mitä siellä tapahtuu? Oliko tässä äsken tällaisia reunavaloja? Mä en ole kattonut äsken. No, mä näen se editointivaiheessa, että mitä tänne syttyy ja mitä tänne ei sytty. Aika hauska.
Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac! Daddy sure does.
Hei, se katsoo meidän eka video.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
You know, I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little bit.
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
Niin, kuka
Go
niistä?
on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors and promised I'd meet them someday when I had learned enough. And then, one day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me. In a virtual
Da.
replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda a while back. I think she knew Elizabeth Sobek.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
No joo. Mä en muista tuosta Tildasta mitään.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel? It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home. And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it? To them, it looked like I was still in training. Toiling away. Alone.
Yllätys. Rehellisesti sanottuna osaan kyllä arvostaa tämmösiä.
So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things? I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is. When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them. Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry, she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the
No
proving
niin.
lab,
Arvasin, että siihen tullaan
you were
puuttumaan
muttering
vielä.
Rost's name. You never talk about him. But he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
Okei. Dimitri olisi vielä hakematta siis toisin sanoen. Mutta en mä kyllä lähde sitä tässä videossa hakeen. Että tässä videossa voitaisiin vähän katsastaa tuttuja. Päivitellä vähän asevarastoja ja
All over the world too.
muuta. Ja sitten selkeä hakea
Hey,
seuraavassa videossa Dimitri.
It's everything all right? It seemed like you and Varl were down at that basement for a while.
Yeah, everything's fine, I guess.
Tai pykää
Okay.
kunnossa.
What can I do for you?
You still sifting through loads of data?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's lots of words. I thought maybe I could try finding things with more, pictures in it. Not much luck there, but I did find out about these
Tää on hauska kaveri.
holofilms. Like images put together to tell a story. They were made to look like they were the real thing. The Oseram-like shows. I bet they pay a lot of shards for those hollows.
Okei.
It seems like you're getting a hang of this data thing.
Yeah, it's been helpful. When I could make sense of anything. I did find the old ones enjoyed a good brew like the rest of us. Only they let machines serve the stuff in bars. They even let the damn things cut you off before you saw the underside of a table.
Nää!
And that's half the fun. Now, you won't see me letting a robot serve me a pitcher anytime soon.
How are things going around here?
Hey, you tell me. Varl's new girlfriend tried to kill me earlier.
What did you
No.
do?
Mitä sä teit?
I made one joke about how they, eat grass a lot. How does anyone fight with nothing but tree leaves in their stomach anyway?
From the looks of it, the Utaru.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting her to be that fast.
Just try not to get hurt.
Tuu sen kanssa juttuun, please.
Are you playing that board game I keep seeing everywhere?
Oh, you mean strike? Yeah, I'm just trying to get some practice in. Helps take my mind off things. Yeah, it's a Tanakh game. I thought about playing Katalo, but what if he tries to kill me if I win?
I think you're safe.
Yeah, I don't know. Heard a lot of things about that tribe.
No älä ota kuulopuhetta tosissas. Juttele sen kanssa, niin varmaan
Do I
totuus tulee
smell
julki.
ale?
I brought some over from Chain Scrape. And with everything that's been going on, I thought we could all use a drink. Besides, there is nothing that brings people together like a good brew. That's what my sister always said, anyway.
No. Kuis.
You're more than welcome to have some.
Maybe another time. I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both.
Okei. Mikäs tää?
I see you've got strike set up. Think you could teach me?
I would, but I can barely make sense of it myself.
Yeah.
Be better off learning from Salma and Chain Scrape. She can be pretty passionate about it, but she knows strike as well as any Tanakh.
Guess I'll have to make some time to visit her when I can.
Asia kunnossa.
I should get going.
Back to reading, I guess. You be careful out there.
Asia piivi.
Hey, got a sec?
Of course.
How's training?
Discovering something new about our past every day. When we first met, you asked me if I ever wondered what this world looked like when the old ones lived here. I thought it was
Kysytkö
strange at the
oikeesti?
time.
En mä
But
muista
a lot
enää.
has changed since I left the Embrace. Now I'm just trying to make sense
Mä
of everything
muistan
I
tietyt
thought I knew
osat edellisestä pelistä.
versus everything I know
Tietyt
now.
hahmot, tietyt
The change is
tarinat
hard, but it
Mutta
gets
sitten on
easier
tiettyjä
with
asioita, joita
time.
ei voi muistaa.
You feeling okay?
I was just thinking about Beta and all that time spent with the Zeniths. To think someone would make a person just to lock them in a room to use when needed, like some sort of tool. Elizabeth Sobek sacrificed herself for the world.
Kato,
and yet they have
joku on
no
oppinut
trouble
vähän
treating
historiaa.
Beta like a slave.
Another reason we have to stop them. It's hard to believe we're dealing with the original Zeniths. The same ones that left for Sirius 1,000 years ago.
To live on for so long, it doesn't seem natural.
1000 years ago.
That weapon we found where Beta was hiding. Any chance we can use that against them?
Sylens made sure that wasn't an option.
Why would he build something to hurt Far Zenith, yet allow them to capture you?
With Sylens, there's always an angle. We just don't know what it is yet.
Silence on hullu.
What do you make of this Tilda the Beta was talking about?
Well, the way she described it, I can't shake off the feeling that Tilda wanted something from Beta. Maybe because she's Elizabeth Sobek's clone? But whatever she wanted, I don't think she got it.
No,
If we knew what it
en usko
was,
minäkään.
maybe we could use it to our advantage somehow.
I don't know. I don't think Tilda and Elizabeth were on the best of terms.
Oh well. At least we can take some comfort in knowing the Zeniths don't trust each other.
Maybe.
Ehkä.
You brought up Rost before. I do think about him. You know, he was all I had.
Asioita, niin ne on vaikea
And he brought me
sulattaa ja
up the best he
ymmärtää.
could. Not only that, when Hades discovered who I was and sent the Eclipse after me, he sacrificed himself so I could survive. But that seems like ages ago. So much has happened since. What I'm doing now, I don't think he could even begin to understand it. The Sacred Lands were all he really knew. So I can't let myself dwell on him.
No ei tämmöisiä
Not with everything I have to do.
I understand.
Tää voi olla
Sometimes when I
pitkästi
think about my
tämä
sister, about what she would have become if she had survived the proving, it hurts. And I just need to bury it for a while. But only for a while, Aloy. You can't ignore it forever. Memories always come back. The ones that matter, anyway.
I know. But for now, the mission has to come first.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I should get back out there.
We'll be here if you need us.
Vielä 2. Aha, tuolla on tehtävä. No jutellaan, katsotaan mikä se tehtävä toki on.
Aloy,
Hey, how's everything going?
I am well, but Varl told me Beta's having a hard time adjusting to life here with us. I wish there was something I could do to help.
No en tiedä.
Not sure any of us can.
A tree won't bear fruit in a day. We'll do our best to make her feel welcome. There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this
Jep.
Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again.
Kokonainen ilma Haadesta.
Found anything else combing through that data?
Varl and I have been looking into the animals of...
Alo, häiritset mun videokuvaamista. Olen, häiritset mun videokuvaamista.
No sit on vaan, että olisin kysynyt vaan, että oot syöt täällä Ratsikan pyjaamapelistä riviskö sä ihan lämmin?
En oo, mä kuvaan videota.
Okei. Tää on nimittäin ihan muumot täällä. Onneksi haluaa tuolla pitää siitä huolta.
Joo,
Joo, hei.
ei.
the old world.
Ja jatkoa ajatellen
Apparently
puhelin
there used to be
ehkä
thousands
äänettämällä,
more
kun
species roaming around than there are
kuvataan videoita.
today. Can you imagine that? I'd give anything to see them, even as holograms. Though I know that without Artemis or Apollo, that may prove difficult. At least I can find comfort in knowing Gaia
No, mutta me
used
voidaan saada
many of
Artemis
them as
ja Apollo
inspiration for her
ja
machines.
Elithia takaisin, kun
Her
me voitetaan
memory honors
Fassinit. Jos niillä kerran oli ne 3.
What are you going to learn next?
I'm not sure. I asked Gaia for suggestions, and she brought up data you found on something called a museum? From what I gather, the old ones would store knowledge in them for all to see and
Miten
learn
museosta?
from, like you've done here for us. Maybe one day more people will be able to use this place to learn the way we do.
No se olisi varmaan vähän niin kuin-
Crowded,
ehkä.
but nice.
Olisi ehkä ihan kiva saada
Sent you
niinku
that beta?
Varl
palautettua
mentioned she was
asiat
hurt.
silleen.
I thought I'd
Tärkeässä
offer her an
järjestyksessä.
extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
Are you guys training with Erend as well?
If you count trying to stick a spear in his gut as training, then yes.
I've been told. Please tell me you weren't being serious, though.
Of course not.
Good.
I was going for a couple of broken bones. He called the Utaru leaf grazers. Laughed at the idea of us simple farmers being formidable fighters. Before I knew it, he and I were battling it out in the common room. The man is slow, but he can throw a hammer around. Don't look so worried. We're evenly matched. For now. Next time it's going down like a load of boar dump.
Just try not to kill each other.
Injuring his pride should be good enough.
Riittikö varmasti?
Is there anything I can help with around here?
Oh no, we're doing fine.
Are you okay?
You and Varl have been friends for a while.
I like to think so.
No nyt sä siirsi meidät kauemmas siitä.
What do you know about his mother?
Oh.
That bad, huh?
Why do you want to know?
He's spoken of his sister, Vala, but I noticed he avoids talking about his
Mä en
mother.
muista Valaa.
She's the war chief of the Nora. Best warrior the tribe's ever known. Tougher than a Thunderjaw, but she could be pretty harsh at times.
I see. That must have been hard on him. Thank you for telling me. I feel silly not being able to ask Varl directly.
I wouldn't worry about it. He's probably afraid Sona will scare you off someday.
I'd like to see her try.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did. Though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here. It is humbling,
Niin,
to
jos
say
se
the
on
least,
itse rakennettu se
and
paikka.
heartbreaking. That such life should be bent on destroying ours.
The Zeniths did a number on Beta. But she seems to trust Varl.
I still can't believe she told him that the Zeniths are
Etkö vaan selaa
immortals,
dataa siinä
old
vieressä?
ones who cut themselves off from the cycle of life and decay. I've never heard of anything so selfish. To deny our dying bodies to the earth. To doom the life that would bloom in their place. It's despicable.
Joo, kiitti mut ei kiitti.
You said you wanted to
Noin
talk
paljon
about
mua ei
the
utarut
Vanguards?
kiinnostaa
I think
noita
there's a way
näistä
to
puhua
heal
niistä.
them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it.
No niinpä tiedän.
Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
Oh my god.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy. I'll send you the location of the
Okei,
machines.
kiitti.
I should get going.
Tossakin on niinku sitten
Good luck on
silleen,
your
että
search.
tässä meillä on paljon tehtäviä tämän päätarinan jälkeenkin. Et katsotaan nyt sit kuinka paljon tehdään tehtäviä päätarinan jälkeen ja kuinka paljon ei tehdä tehtäviä. Että
Mind
jos
if
me
we
nyt
have
tehdään
a
niin
word?
päätarina
Of
kerrallaan,
course
niin
not.
You said you were training with the Focus?
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've
ei
faced
yllätä.
before.
Kyseessä
How
on
many do the
Zinith.
Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably a lot.
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there. Must be strange, seeing everything through a focus now.
I can see machines like never before.
Ne.
Their strengths and weaknesses simply reveal themselves to me. To think that such a tiny object might be the most powerful weapon I've ever possessed.
Hauskaa.
What do you think of this place? It must take some getting used to.
It's an efficient center of operations, and an acceptable training facility. Though it could use some more color.
Duly noted. Getting ether out of the ground
Väriä.
made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Hikaru's mission for peace is the correct path, for it is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
No se oli ehkä
I
paras
heard my
tapa.
friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tanakh territory with that Karja armor of hers. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
En mä usko, että se
Have you had a
kuolee.
chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regalla's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to
Se
push
on
the
niin jännä
Karja from their
puhuta
lands.
niin Noras.
I thought my tribe was
Sitten
the
se
only one to
kuitenkin on
have done
silleen,
that.
kuitenkin Nora on vaan nimi
Impressive.
muiden joukossa.
Does
Se
it
on
still
tosi
hurt?
ihmeellisesti sanottu tolleen niin kuin
It comes and goes. I try not to think about it,
alkualkujaan
but its
ajattelemattomasti.
absence is always present for me. It's difficult to explain.
I can't claim to understand. Only empathize.
Then you have my thanks.
Tästäkin saadaan taas ihan kiitettävä
You
pituinen
spoken
video.
with Erend at all?
I've had little chance to. I did see him bring some ale from out east.
That stuff's as bitter as self-brush.
You get used to it, eventually. In fact, I wouldn't mind a drink myself.
I'm sure Erend wouldn't mind sharing.
Hauska. Joo, arvasin.
Now
Tuollakin
that
ei
you
mua
know
kiinnosta
who
näistä
he
heimoista
is,
puhella niin paljon. Otetaan nyt vaan kartalle, että mitä nää tietää ja mitä nää ei tiedä.
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
Kiitti tiedosta.
I should get going.
If I can help in some way, say the word.
No, okei.
I will. Thank you.
Niin näiden päälle nyt jää noita äänettömiä, nyt ei keskustella niiden heimoista. No, mutta me voitais tällä kertaa jättää tämä video tähän, koska mulla on taas edessä järkyttävä matkustaminen seuraavaan paikkaan. Tää meni nyt vähän tähän. Vähän tutustuttiin meidän kumppaneihin ja juteltiin betalle ja
Sugar is
näin.
prickling my lungs.
Seuraava operaatio on mennä tänne. Hakea Demeter kotiin. Et tässä nyt on paljon tehtävää. Niin jätetään tää tällä kertaa tähän ja ensi videossa haetaan Demeter kotiin ja katsotaan minkälaisia vaaroja meillä siellä taas uhkaa. Tällä kertaa meikäläisen nimi oli Mystery Master. Nähdään seuraavan videon parissa sitten taas, kun haetaan Demeter kotiin tai jos tässä alkaa vaikka uusi sarja välissä. Että katsotaan sitä sitten, että mitä tässä tapahtuu. Meikäläisen nimi oli Mystery Master. Muistatte kanavaa ja tykätä videosta. Nähdään seuraavalla kerralla. Se on moi moi moi!